So we're used to seeing headlines like these when we think about teens and technology, right? Cyberbullying, sexting, cell phone misuse, and other problems associated with teens and tech. But I want to tell you a different story about youth and technology. I want to tell you a story about a 9-year-old named Martha. Martha lives in Scotland, and every day she looks at her school lunch, and she says, you know, this isn't very appealing. And in fact, there's not much here. I'm still hungry. And so she starts taking pictures of her lunch, and like a good digital citizen should these days, she starts a blog and she starts posting pictures. And like the budding foodie that she is, she starts rating her lunches, right? So 6 out of 10 on the foodometer, 4 out of 10 on the health rating, and the ever crucial pieces of hair, 0. Right? Here's another one. Here's her minced pasta. So 8 out of 10 on the foodometer, 5 out of 10 on the health rating, pieces of hair, literally still in the clear. And interesting things starts to happen. Some people start paying attention, right? So after just a few weeks, Martha realizes, hey, my dad told me I now have 42,000 hits on this blog. I really hope one of them is the famous chef Jamie Oliver. And of course, because the internet is the internet, within 24 hours she had a tweet from him. And within a week, she had a signed copy of his book. So Martha keeps blogging, right? So here's her next meal. And unfortunately, her pieces of hair streak is broken. And other young foodies start sending pictures of their lunch. So here's one from Taiwan. Look what we get for lunch. And here's one from Canada. And here's one from the Czech Republic. And by now, most Americans are thinking, look, they use real dishes. So Martha keeps getting more attention, and she gets invited to join another chef, Nick Nairn, on his cooking show. And they have a big conversation with a bunch of other important people around Scotland about the quality of school lunches. The newspapers cover the story. And unfortunately, what should have been a high moment for Martha quickly becomes a low moment, because the next day, she's told by her head teacher, the head of the school, that the school council, what we would call a school board, has decreed that she is no longer allowed to take pictures of her school lunch. And of course, the internet being the internet, there was a rapid outcry, right? Jamie Oliver and others tweet in support and share their support, and pretty soon the council is forced to back down and actually do the right thing, which it should have done all the time, which is that instead of trying to censor Martha, what they do instead is they actually start taking a hard look at the quality of the school lunches they're feeding their kids, and they start earning victories in terms of being able to get more food, more healthy food, and so on. Now things really start snowballing. Pretty soon, Martha gets to meet Jamie Oliver in person. She shows up on BBC. She starts winning awards left and right, like Human Rights Young Person of the Year, Public Campaigner of the Year, and so on. She even gets to meet Bean. And most importantly, she uses her platform to raise over $200,000 US, which she then gives to a group called Mary's Meals, which builds a kitchen in Malawi and uses it to help the food insecure. And the wonderful thing about the world that we live in now is that there are many, many Marthas out there. There's Emma, who, not content with blogging at age 13, decides that she needs to make a documentary profiling girls' bedrooms as a manifestation of identity formation. There's Josh, a middle schooler in Iowa, who makes voice-narrated Pokemon walkthrough videos and is so good at it that by the time he graduates high school, he's got 130,000 regular subscribers on his YouTube channel, 83 million total views, and a 6-figure salary heading into college. There's Tavi, who at the age of 16 decides that she and her friends just absolutely must create what is now a highly acclaimed online magazine called Rookie. There's Nick, who at age 15 creates an app and at age 17 sells it to Yahoo for $30 million. There's Maud, who, even though she's just a high school sophomore, has completely and utterly mastered the world of social media. 169,000 Twitter followers. There's Kayla, who at the ripe age of 13 has already written 27 stories and posted them on fanfiction.net. Those stories have received 4,800 plus reviews. She's written a whopping total of 500,000 words. She's only 13. There's Lauren, who decides it'd be really cool to send a Hello Kitty doll 93,000 feet up into space and video it along the way. There's super awesome Sylvia, who plays around with Arduinos and other maker projects and then posts them on GitHub, and then we'll gladly share all that with you on the Super Awesome Sylvia Super Awesome Maker Show that she started at age 8. And there's Sam, a teenager in Linmar, Iowa, who makes videos so breathtaking that they almost make you want to cry. And then there's the teens on the Rosebud Sioux Reservation in South Dakota, who are so incensed by how the ABC News special portrayed their lives that they decided to make a response video that showed that they were more than that. They were more than drugs and crime, that they were about passion and humility, about creativity and self-respect, about family and love. And by exercising their voice, they reclaimed the power that the adults around them tried to take from them. There are millions of Marthas and Joshes and Laurens in our country. And if you ask them what kind of work are they doing, they're curious and confident, they're disciplined and self-directed, they're enthusiastic and passionate, they're critical thinkers and problem solvers. These are words that apply to the robust at-home learning our kids are doing with technology. But in school, not so much. The challenge for us is, how do we take the extracurricular and turn it into the curricular? And in order to do that, we have to get beyond our fear. Our school technology environments are so locked down, they're so blocked out. We do everything we can to get tech into the hands of our kids, and then we do everything we can to prevent them from using it. We're very conflicted. As last week's Des Moines Register poll said, we couldn't even get half of the people polling to agree that we should even provide technology to kids in schools. If we want more Joshes, more Laurens, more Sams, more Sylvias, more Marthas, we have to get rid of our fear. We have to move beyond this overriding need for control of everything that they do. We have to focus more on empowerment. So here's the big idea I want to leave you with. If we want more of this to happen in school, not just out of school, if we want our in-school learning environments to be robust, technology-infused places, which they should be, then we have to give them something meaningful to work on, give them powerful devices and access, get out of their way, and let them be amazing. Thank you.